we are hearing of cartel collusion amongst business enterprises in the country. Now, just in June, the Competition Commission announced a settlement of 1.5 billion rand in penalties with 15 construction firms for collusive tendering in contravention of the Competition Act. The Black Business Council, together with one local and one US law firm, are hosting a symposium in Sandton this morning aimed at finding ways to stem this particular practice. From the Black Business Council, or the BBC, let's welcome in studio Mr Gregory Mofokeng, who is executive member with the BBC, and their international guest, Mr Michael Hausfeld. Good to have both of you. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning. Good morning to you, Leanne, and good morning to the viewers.
Gregory, let's start off with you. What is the purpose of this particular symposium?
Well, as the BBC, we have discovered that the practice of cartel collusion is rampant in our economy. And this is one measure that we are using to assist our members to participate meaningfully in the economy, because cartel practices are actually hindering transformation in the economy. Therefore, we have partnered with our international partners. Michael Hausfeld is here from Hausfeld, from the US, and our local partners, Abraham Kivitz, so that we can see and see how we can design a strategy to assist our members as far as addressing this problem. All
right, Michael, your contribution, what is it going to be to today's discussion?
Assisting the members understand what it means to have an open market free from manipulation and artificial interference by cartel collusion, which essentially extracts an overcharge not only from the businesses that otherwise would compete, but from consumers as well.
Yeah. I mean, how detrimental is this to a country's economy?
It's estimated that maybe possibly 15 to 20% of the total economy is lost by siphoning off to cartels.
It's quite it's frightening when you look at that. But I mean, you know, your concerns from the BBC's perspective. We hear about the economy, but what in particular are your concerns?
Well, our concern in the main is that our members are unable to participate meaningfully in the economy, because you'll find that there's companies that are practicing this cartel behavior are dominating the market, and it becomes very difficult for our members to participate in the respective sectors where these companies and these cartels are operating.
Yeah, I mean, if we have to sort of, as South Africa, learn from a global perspective, what are some of the lessons that we can take away?
That enforcement of competition law involves two aspects. One, public, that the companies that violate the law need to be punished and pay penalties. And the second, that those victims of the cartel collusion have a right to restitution, a right to recover. And once you balance both of those, then hopefully you provide disincentives for cartel collusion and you increase the economic welfare of the community.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're talking about the exploitation of a lot of people here, but somebody we haven't even spoken about is everybody watching at home, you and I, the consumer, because we're also impacted by this.
Most definitely, the end users in the economy are definitely impacted by this, and that's why we said that we need to design a strategy to make sure that we stem out this practice. And I think the best practices from international experts like Michael Hausfeld will assist us in trying to address this matter, to make sure that at the end of the day, people are not exploited by this colluders in the economy.
Yeah. What advice do you bring in terms of warnings to business people who even are contemplating going in this route?
That the times have changed, that there was a period in which collusion was just the everyday matter of business, and paying fines were kind of like responding to a parking ticket. Now, with private enforcement added to aggressive public enforcement, it becomes very costly for those companies to engage in collusion, opening the markets and allowing people to be able to increase their own welfare by actually getting what they pay for without having an amount taken off by reason of companies getting together to take away that which otherwise would not have been paid.
Yeah, I mean, even businesses are fully aware of this. I mean, they truly are, and they know the impact that they're having, and yet they still engage in it, and it's still rife in the world. Is it decreasing or not?
No.
It's not decreasing.
Because businesses take calculated risks, and the risks are that this is what I need to do, this is what I make if I do it, and this is what I think I'll have to pay if I get caught. And what needs to be changed is the equation, that it costs more to get caught than it does not.
Yeah. When you look at cartel collusion, it truly does have a stranglehold on at both a structural and an entrepreneurial level, if one has to look at that. How can it be stopped here in South Africa?
Well, we are taking measures to try and address it, and that's why we've called in Michael to come and assist us, because the area of private enforcement is a new area in our economy. We've seen it with the bread cartel issue. So we want to assist government, specifically the Competition Commission, to try and really bring in the era of private enforcement, so that we can also participate in exposing the cartels and to make sure that we don't have this practice continuing in our economy.
All right, gentlemen, good luck. I hope
you.
it goes well and it's fruitful discussions. Thanks for joining us here. Gregory Mofokeng, Executive Member of the Black Business Council, and Mr. Michael Hausfeld, an international guest that will be at the conference as well. Thank you very much for being a guest here.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a